Hello, welcome to this next preview game. Let's take a look at what we've got. We've got Berry. Berry lets us bottom deck a card. And we've got Tools, and we've got Pendant. Pendant can work with... We can get Pendant up to 5, potentially. I think we're going to open with a Lackeys. Lackeys seems like a good card to start with. We can build up a little bit of an engine with Lackeys, Squire, Bridge, Research, but not much. Pendant doesn't help us. Tools, gain a copy that anyone has in play. Yeah, so I don't know. Well, we can look at Pendant. We can look at Tools. Berry seems potentially useful, although I didn't draw any of the things yet. So Tools lets us gain more bridges, more lackeys. I think I actually want a second research. I think I want to get really thin so I can make this draw stuff happen. My opponent sees research turn 3, which is fine. I guess I'm researching the estate. So I know if I research the estate, I draw, what, like estate copper? I draw 2 coppers and I hit 3. And lackeys might draw. I think I want to trigger the reshuffle with the research without it. I am not at all sure that that's correct. But I have research and estate down there, which is good. And I will take a Squire now. Kind of want some village effect. It's hard to come across villages here. And there are like some worlds where I end up researching estates into silvers. So I trading stuff into silvers. I don't know. Pendants is a lot of coins. Tools can be good. I think I want to get a Tools soon, but I want to bridge first. Yeah, I think I want to bridge first. And then now I'll get a Tools. That's my next game. We'll see what my opponent does. Actions, draw, research estates, play the bridge. Cool. So I'm starting to thin stuff. I can like top deck with Berry. I just don't know what I want to top deck. 6 money. So this could be like Tools and another bridge. I don't really want to. Could be Tools, Berry Tools. That doesn't really work for me. I think it could just be like Tools, Lackeys maybe. Feodum is maybe something where you buy a Feodum to research it and then research the silvers. You are generally here playing the research before the estates. The problem with this game, I think, is the way we're burning through villagers. The villagers are going to run, and then what happens? That is the question that I have. And then what happens? What happens once all the villagers run? Alright, so we take the silver here, and we trade 2 estates into silvers, and we're looking to trash silvers with researches for draw. And maybe we even get a 3rd research so we can alternate trashing research to trashing silvers and still have some research to thin a copper. Again, they're just burning through their lackeys, so I kind of need to pick up a bunch of lackeys this turn. I don't really want to let them get a monopoly on that pile. Although I also want to get another bridge. We'll see what they end up buying themselves. Hopefully I draw a silver off the top here. That would be ideal. Sorry, we'll play this lackeys. I guess I'm just trashing 2 coppers and being pretty sad about my next turn. I think this is bridge and 2 lackeys. And be really sad that my bottom 6 cards are like all silvers. So it's bridge lackeys. I get 2 things. So bridge and 2 lackeys. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I could have top decked the lackeys there, to get out of this draw. I think I'm just going to trade the coppers, though. And again, look to research stuff. But they have somehow thinned a lot more coppers than I have. Am I missing how they're doing that? They did a trade themselves. Okay, maybe they've just done one trade. So this looks like I'm going to burn through all of my villagers this turn, which is not the end of the world, but it means the game is ending pretty soon, and we have to look to see how we can green, how we can end the game. I'm looking to, like, if I can research both silvers and get like 6 cards and then buy a bunch of bridges, then potentially I can have a mega turn, sort of my mega turn next turn when they don't have a bunch of stuff set aside, so their hand is going to be a lot smaller. It requires me to find both researches and silvers before I find the bridge, and it requires that they don't pile out next turn. So there's a lot of moving pieces that have to happen, but that's what I'm looking to do here. Okay, and they're top decking some stuff, which is not unreasonable. Okay, we found the Squire, which is nice. So we're playing 1 Lackeys. So we're playing another Lackeys. Okay, this went, I don't know if I want to say badly. It didn't go super well, but alright, so we're gonna gain bridge, and then top deck 2 Lackeys and hope that they can't pile. Okay, so we buy Lackeys. We bury a Lackeys. We bury a Lackeys. And we buy a bridge. Is that enough? I have to play like... this doesn't seem like quite enough. But maybe just a Squire for the actions. I think I just want to draw through to my bridges. So maybe I'll bury this bridge as well. And buy the last bridge. Hopefully find my Squire. So this is all the villagers that will happen. We've got a little bit of village from the Squire, but this is a quite interesting. Moving along to the end of the game. Here, I think they top decked one of these Squires. Last turn, they buried. Okay, they bought a province. Okay, so we play all of our Lackeys to start, at least a bunch of them. Okay, so now we say this is it for our Lackeys. We trash the silver, copper Squire Lackeys. We play all 4 bridges. And we have 10. This isn't like quite the easy win. I'm not quite sure what we're doing at this point. We bottom deck to the tools. We have Squire Lackeys, copper. I don't quite know how this game ends now, because they are going to be out of stuff soon. I think I just go province. Like take a research. It's down there that I can take. I've got like silvers and stuff. Take like a research and 2 Squires. Got a Squire down there for village. Maybe I'll top deck 1 Squire as well. So I have 2 research, so Squire, research. Don't think I need any more bridges, so I'll lower Squires. This might be a turn to trash the tools or a silver. We'll see what we draw. They're going to run out of villagers this turn, one assumes, or the next time they play a bunch of bridges. So, like, it's going to be much more difficult for us to get provinces. And this sometimes happens. So yeah, it seems like Barry is getting quite a bit of play here. Especially for this, they're not drawing around. I ended up bottom decking stuff both times, so I didn't really get a Barry off. But they'll probably have a very big turn next turn, so I probably need to look to score a few things here. I should have 3 silvers myself, so okay. Bridge. So I don't quite have enough gains. I can certainly buy a province here, and I'll trash a silver. And we set aside. Oh. This was silly. This is not related to previews. This is just me not thinking. And I said this even at the beginning of the game. You want to set aside 3. Okay, I should top deck a Squire because I don't have any left and I have a bunch of terminals. I should top deck 2 Squires, one supposes. Can I do that? No, I cannot. I can gain a Squire, buy a province, top deck Squire. And well, burying it doesn't do it actually, but we'll bury the Squire and hopefully somehow something good will happen. Yeah, is there a world where you research a province in order to have a big turn 2 turns from now? Probably not. I find it difficult to believe in that. So they used all their villagers here. They did not play a research, and the game is not over. So the problem is if I buy a province. So the bottom card's a Squire, I guess, is something worth noting. So if I research a bridge, the Lackeys will draw a Squire. So I guess I want to do that so I can play on this turn. And we just keep drawing and hope to... Okay. So we kind of got through our deck. We didn't find some bridges. We set aside 2 Lackeys and a bridge. We could just research a copper and buy a province here. We can research a silver to draw 3 and then assume that they cannot pile next turn. It does seem pretty tough for them, even with top decking a card. So if we research silver, we'll have 6 money. We can buy. We can buy like Squire, top deck it, and buy Duchy. Sorry, top deck it. By top deck it, I mean bottom deck it, buy Duchy. And we have a whole bunch of terminals set aside. Oh, nice. Okay. So actions. What does it take to pile here? This should be it in hand, I would think. Where tools can gain bridge, Squire, Squire. Okay, nice game there. Didn't really use the new cards much, although I guess Barry got a lot of play there. So fun one there. Barry's definitely was good. And we move on to our next game.